Important announcement. Tata Technology has sold its stake, about 43% stake to Warburg Pincus. This is something that CNBC TV 18 had broken earlier, and this news is now confirmed. We're joined by Warren Harris, the MD and CEO of Tata Technologies, who's here with us exclusively. Warren, thanks for joining in with us today. Just to take me through the key contours of the deal. Warburg Pincus is investing $360 million, about 43% stake. Break this up for us. I believe this is an entirely secondary issue that is going out from Tata Motors and Tata Capital.
I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for the opportunity. But it's a secondary deal. Tata Motors and Tata Capital are selling shares to Warburg Pincus, but for us, this represents a tremendous endorsement of what we've achieved so far and the value proposition that we represent. We believe that the engineering services market in India is poised for exponential growth over the next 3 to 5 years. We believe that the value proposition that we've cultivated, particularly in and around the outsourcing of full vehicles, is a value proposition that will support the growth that is anticipated, and we see the opportunity to bring in an organisation like Warburg as not only an endorsement but as an accelerator to the growth that we're planning for the company.
Okay, Warren, as you said, this is a secondary issue. Is there a possibility of Warburg Pincus investing an additional amount for expansion acquisitions going ahead?
That is not the plan at the moment. We have built up a relatively strong balance sheet, as evidenced by the acquisition that we undertook in April of Saxena, a Swedish engineering services organisation. So the plans that we have for growth are underpinned by the strength of our current balance sheet. But obviously, if opportunities present themselves, then I am sure we'll go back to the shareholders and engage them in discussions with regard to how we pursue those opportunities.
Okay. I wanted to understand a bit as far as the board function is concerned. Now that Warburg Pincus has come in as a significant minority investor, will the board composition also change? Will Warburg Pincus, as a result of the deal, get board seats as well?
Yes, they will. They'll get 2 board seats on the board. The Tatas will nominate 2, and then there will be 4 independent directors that will be nominated. And the details in and around that will be worked out over the next 6 to 7 weeks as we progress towards closing.
Okay. How long do you think this will take for the deal to be closed completely post-regulatory approvals, Warren?
Leaving the meeting.
We believe that CCA should be attainable in the next 7 to 8 weeks.
7 to 8 weeks' time. Okay. And Warren, a broader question as far as the road ahead is concerned. Now that you have a large investor on board, what's the next step? There have been talks about the possibility of Tata Technologies also looking at an IPO. What's the next step as far as growth is concerned?
Well, again, our balance sheet is relatively strong, and so we don't believe that we are going to need to access capital through an IPO or through any other means. Our focus is going to be expanding the portfolio of capabilities that we've got and accelerating the growth that we've enjoyed in the past. And as I said before, we're the only Indian engineering services organisation that's been entrusted to take on full vehicle outsourcing. And given the disruption that's going on in the automotive space at the moment, we believe that we are in a great position to take advantage of the move to connected cars, self-driving cars, and alternative propulsion systems. One of the things that we've developed a very strong capability in is lightweighting, and that's a key enabler for alternative propulsion systems. So everything that is going on in the automotive industry at the moment is positioned to enable us to grow more quickly in the future than we have in the past, and the capacity and the capability that we've built up in India is really the platform on which we're intending to go after that growth potential.
Okay. Warren, if I could ask you for some details as far as the current composition is concerned. Tata Group will retain about 43% stake, including Tata Motors. I wanted to understand, as far as the client composition is concerned, how much of your current revenues come in from the Tata Group, and what's the non-Tata Group revenue? And going ahead, with Warburg Pincus on board, does the exposure now increase for you?
A great question, and the Tata Group revenues are less than 50% of our overall mix. But I think what is significant and what has attracted the interest of Warburg is that over the last couple of years, what we refer to as our non-captive, our non-Tata Group business, has been growing exponentially. In the last 12 months, our non-captive business has grown by a currency-adjusted 38%. So whilst we continue to deliver value to the likes of Tata Motors and Jaguar and Land Rover, the growth outside of the group is growing much quicker, and that's been a key area of focus for us. And obviously, with the network that Warburg will bring to bear, we're expecting to continue to support that trajectory.
Okay, one last question, Warren. You said IPO is not immediately on the anvil. Are acquisitions on the anvil? Any projects, any contracts, any niche acquisitions that you have on the anvil? Given the fact that you have a large investor on board now, does that give you more financial muscle to expand aggressively?
I think it provides experience and capability that we can tap into. But again, I don't necessarily anticipate that we're going to need to leverage their support in terms of generating or getting access to additional capital. I think in terms of acquisitions, I've been fairly vocal on this point in the last 12 months that I expect the engineering services market to consolidate. I think that there are opportunities to acquire assets both onshore and offshore, and we expect to participate in that consolidation.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much, Warren Harris, for speaking to CNBC TV 18 exclusively. That's the large deal in the tech space.